TV, and I'm Kinito Henson. We are coming to you from the Meralco Gym GILAS practice, Diane.
Yup, there is the mission to win back the gold in the Southeast Asian Games in Cambodia. And it's going to be a tough one, as the coaches have said, because, well, the TNT and Hiyaw players have just joined the group, but, we have the heart and the desire to win back the gold.
Well, we're still trying to get everybody together. Right now, this is the first day of practice since the end of the last PBA Governor's Cup. But Scotty Thompson, we understand, may not be able to make the team because his wife is giving birth during the Southeast Asian Games. That's right, his first child. Jamie Malonzo has begged off because, he's very close to his nephew. He's like a father figure, and he's committed to his nephew to be at his wedding. So we also won't be able to make the Southeast Asian Games. Family takes priority, Diane. We also know that Jumar Fajardo and RR Pagoy are both injured. They won't be able to play. But Coach Chot, Coach GINTO, they're going to make do with what they have.
Yeah, for sure. And let's hope that, fingers crossed, that the guys can really get together and have their chemistry really going and be ready to face all the Southeast Asian Games countries who are really preparing for the SEA Games. Indonesia is in Australia. They won the gold in the last Southeast Asian Games, and it seems like they're very serious about wanting to keep that gold, but syempre tayo, that one.
That's right. And in this exclusive show, we're going to be talking to Coach Chot. We're going to be talking to several players, including Chris Ross, who was surprised that he was included in the 28-man pool. We're going to be talking to the Phillips brothers. We'll talk to Chris Newsome, many other guys. So hang on in there and stay with us for Playitright TV.
Like, share, subscribe. Forgot.
Now we've got Coach Chot, our GILAS head coach. Let's talk about the quality of opposition in the Southeast Asian Games. What do you expect?
We expect it to be even tougher than last year. All of the teams are gearing up. They're all leveling up, especially now with the new rules, which are still very vague up to this point. It appears that any team can field an unlimited number of whether imports or naturalized players, as long as they have a passport. So, like I said, we expect every team to take advantage of that rule and come in with much better size, much better time.
Tell us about the tournament format. We're in one group with Malaysia, Myanmar, and Vietnam. So how is this favorable to us? Because in the next phase, there will be a crossover and we'll be fighting against the tougher teams on the other side of the bracket, Thailand and Indonesia.
Yeah, I think we're in the weaker group, and like I told the players, that means in the crossover, we're going to be facing a strong team because the strong teams are in the other group. So, like I said, we just need to be ready and be prepared for that.
Preparation time, Coach Chot. We understand that after the FIBA draw on Saturday, that the team is going to Inspire for a few days and then moving on to Cambodia. Is this a schedule, Coach?
Yeah, that's the schedule. We need to be able to come together and just be sequestered off as a team because aside from the basketball practice, there's a lot of team building that needs to be done because there's a lot of new guys, a lot of new faces on the team, so we have to focus on that.
Well, final question, Coach Chot. What about the composition of our team? Scotty most likely won't make it. Jamie Malonzo's begged off. Jumar Fajardo not able to play. RR Pagoy also not able to play. Japet Aguilar, very questionable. What do you think the final composition of this team will be like?
Well, it's not new to me. I've been here before. And it is what it is. It's just a reality that we have to face, being part of the national team. But like I said, we can't worry about who's not here. Our only focus is to make sure that those who are here are playing at their best.
Best of luck, Coach Chot and GILAS. Bring home the gold.
Thank you.
Chris Newsome, gotta ask you, Chris, what are your expectations? What are your hopes for the coming Southeast Asian Games?
Well, first off, I'm excited to be a part of this pool. This is my first time being part of a 5x5 pool for the SEAGAMES. I was previously part of 3x3, and that was a great experience. But 5-on-5, you know, that's the game we all love and know, and that's the game we've been playing for years. So I'm definitely excited to get out there. As far as what's going on this year, it's definitely a redemption year for us, and I think that's the great motivation that we can use heading into this competition. That you know, it's something that we can't take for granted, and you know, of course, every team has been leveling up their skills, their players, and you know, the competition is definitely rising in Southeast Asia. So we definitely can't take it for granted. And us losing the gold last year, I think that was a reality check for us. And this year, we're definitely coming. You know, we want to claim that gold back for the Philippines, and you know, just be the best in Southeast Asia. I think that's what Filipino pride is all about. You know, when it comes to the game of basketball, we really pride ourselves on being the best here in Southeast Asia. We want to reclaim.
Look at the pool of 28. We noticed that all the guys didn't play in the last Southeast Asian Games except two guys, Junmar Fajardo and RR Pagoy, and they're not gonna be playing because they're both injured. So this is a brand new team.
Yeah.
What can you say about this pool made up of veterans and some young kids like the Phillips brothers and Mason Ayers?
Yeah, I think we got a great mix of veterans and young guys here. I mean, the young guys are definitely going to be the future. You got these athletic two guys out of LaSalle, and of course you got Mace who can shoot the lights out, and you know, that's going to be great for them to get as much experience as they can at the international level. Me, you know, even though I'm 32, about to be 33, I'm still new to the international scene. I've only had one window with GILAS, and this will be my second competition with GILAS if I do make the lineup. But nonetheless, I think a lot of the guys here have a lot of experience just from being in the PBA. You know, you got team captains from a lot of different squads that are here representing. So whenever you got a lot of guys that are very eager to win, and you know, they have that passion and the knowledge, and even you know, the small X factor things that will bring the team chemistry all together. I think that's what's important. We got to make sure that our chemistry is on point, making sure that everybody understands their role, and we just got to go out there and get wins. But
You mentioned on point, and I was talking with Coach Chot, and he was saying that you might be playing a lot of point guard for this team.
Yeah. I mean, I think point guard is actually like my natural position. How I play the game is very, you know, I'm very in tune with the team and trying to find out who's good at what and how can we use them to our own abilities. And I'm not just solely focused on me just scoring and me just getting my points. But yeah, I'm definitely a point guard about how I think about the game, how I approach the game, and you know, it's one of those things where if you need me to play point, you need to play two. You need me to just go out there and be defensive stopper, that's what I'll do. Because you know, we got a lot of guys here on this team that can score at will. So now it's just how can we put it all together, and who's going to be that guy to keep things organized. And if that's me being vocal, we play point guard, I'm willing to step up to the
Well, Chris Newsome, he's making us excited for the Southeast Asian Games.
All right, towering on my left and right, Ben and Michael Phillips, right, members of the GILAS team, and hopefully, I think we're going to be competing in the Southeast Asian Games in Cambodia, right, guys? How's it going so far in training? I mean, what's it like playing with professionals and other members of the team?
It's really going well. Really a nice experience for all of us. Now that we're getting a lot of the PBA guys back, amazing finals that they had. Besides the tournament now, so looking forward to a great few days of practice.
Guys, what have you learned so far under Coach Chot? What's it been like under his system and playing with different kinds of players?
Right, it's been great. I'm really inspired by these guys, especially the guys coming off of the final. And here they are, you know, working hard for their country. And so I'm excited. Coach Chot is here. I mean, everyone's here. We're ready, and we're ready to keep working hard for this team.
So the SEAGAMES is just around the corner, right? And you guys don't have much time to prepare. Do you feel the pressure in training this year? Do you feel like, hey guys, you can step up? Or
Absolutely. I mean, the pressure is there, especially because I'm sure we need to bring the goals back. So we know that, you know, now that we have everybody back from the finals, we have complete practices, and we're just going to work hard every day. So even though the pressure is there, you know, we're representing the entire country.
okay, so now that the Ginebra and 20 players are in the squad, and you have just nothing base practices, right? What is the schedule going to be like? You know, you have practices in Europe, like
Right, the boot camp. I'm excited to do it. It's been my first time, playing so much with the guys, and so just really, really getting ready, getting everybody together.
Do you watch like with the Coach Chot and the coaching staff? Have you like watched any of the Indonesia games or the other Southeast Asia countries, like maybe the last games? Have you done any?
Individually,
watching?
yes, we've been doing some film review, especially looking at the last SEAGAMES and what they're doing now in their preparation. So I know that we'll be having more of that come the training camp. So I'm really looking forward to pick their brains and see what the wisdom that those coaches have to impart on us.
So the Indonesia squad is in Australia. What's the energy like on the floor or off the floor, like when you have games? What's the tone like? What's the tone of the coaches?
Yes, we definitely feel the sense of urgency. Coach always reminds us, how important it is to come here, show up, and work hard. I know that other teams are preparing well. Like you said, they're already in Australia, and some other teams are already practicing. So just doing everything we can to work hard with what we have, and just really get ready for everything.
And finally, you're going to be representing LaSalle, representing your family, representing the country. Wow.
Yes,
For the Phillips brothers, what's that like?
It's really just first time we're representing our last name in the Phillips family, and then we're choosing to represent LaSalle, phenomenal institute, and then at the highest level representing our country. So at all those levels, we want to make sure that we give all the glory to God, and we're really blessed with this opportunity. We want to pay it forward and work really hard.
For you?
Yes, well said, Kuya.
All right, the Phillips brothers for GILAS. Animo!
Animo!
Arvin Tolentino, gaano ka sarap masuot itong jersey with Pilipinas on the front of your chest?
Masaya. Sobrang sarap sa feeling kasi simula nung bata ako, nag-start ako mag-basketball. Pangarap ko na maglaro for the national team.
Okay.
So ngayon na nasa pro ako, may opportunity ako para makalaro. And ito nga, kahit practice jersey lang, parang ang sarap na suotin eh. Paano pa yung sa jersey talaga para sa game?
So you were telling me earlier, maraming beses nasa pool ka na, pero you haven't actually made it yet to the senior national team.
Yeah.
So ngayon, feeling mo, you got it na for Cambodia.
Sana
Games.
sana. But just being here sa practice, malaking karangalan na para sa akin. And of course, playing against the best in the country.
Yeah.
Diba? It's a big boost for me, for my career then. So I just take this opportunity, para just to improve myself, and also the main goal is really to serve the country. Yun yung number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sabi ni Kirito, yung game mo, yung style mo is perfect for the national team. Kailangan ka ng team.
Yeah, well,
Anong pinaka gusto mo ma-contribute para sa GILAS sa pagsabak natin dito sa SEA Games?
of course, number one is yung pagiging team player. Diba? Here kasi lahat kumbaga capable, or lahat ng players dito, may star players, best of sa mga teams. So, of course, number one for me is the defense. Have to contribute sa defense dahil lahat kami kayang shumut eh. So yun yung number one is defense, and also may I think may outside shooting. Yun yung main weapon ko talaga. So
kailangan natin yun, yung mga threes.
yeah.
So sa nakita mo sa last time na hindi natin nakuha yung gold, ano tingin mo kailangan natin gawin para matalo na yung Indonesia and the other countries na nagpapalakas din ng kanilang lineup?
I think we just have to play hard, harder than nung last time, because other countries sa Southeast Asia nagka-catch up na in terms of skills and yung talent ng ibang countries. So for us, of course, talent is there, but I think in this coming SEA Games, pero kailangan namin maglaro as a team, more as a team, and just to give 100% in
We have enough time, you think, to become really a team? Kasi
well, it all depends naman sa mga players eh, di ba? If talagang tawag dito, kung talaga yung focus ibibigay namin sa collective group, I think, ano naman, yung preparation, yung time, sapat naman.
All right, you heard it, Arvin Tolentino. Ready to win the gold for the
Yes.
country. Let's go. Better. So, Sean Anthony, you know, you've been to a lot of the practices of the GILAS. You're not really officially in the pool. What's it like helping the GILAS prepare for the Southeast Asian Games?
I mean, it's been an honor to serve the country and to play and to help the team prepare. I messaged Coach Chot. I played for GILAS 1 back in 2009, so
Okay.
I was just telling him I kind of wanted to get involved with the program again as I look to wrap up my career soon or whatnot. And said if there's a role and opportunity, let me know. And he said we needed some bodies at practice.
That's so
come.
nice. That's so
Yeah.
nice of you because it's a lot of hours. It's a lot of, time. You obviously know how important it is for the Philippines to
Yeah.
win back, and even if you're not officially in the game, you feel the desire to win the gold for the country.
Yes, of course, and if I can help with these guys to prepare them to be on the scout team or to get some extra reps or to be able to play 5-on-5, right?
Yeah,
to get the at least I can serve the country and the team that way, and hopefully in the future join.
For sure. So today there were more players from Ginebra and so how did you assess the practice today? There were some offense drills, there was a defensive lesson from Coach Tim, and what can you tell us about how the training went today? The first time with the other guys.
I think the core group is the guys, we've had about 4 practices with 10 guys, so a lot of the
Yeah.
guys kind of new, and we're bringing in the new guys, and we just got to all get on the same page. That's
Yeah.
what Coach Tim says, right?
Yes.
Like it's all about doing everything together. So
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what we're trying to do, is make sure we get the right spacing concepts, the right timing, the right movement patterns and whatnot.
Are you also going to inspire? You're going to go in there with them? The camp?
It depends on what Coach Chot says. I mean, if they need me, I can go. It also depends what NLEX says, because we're practicing
you're
as
gonna
well.
practice already.
So we'll see. I'm open to help, obviously, in whatever way, and to be part of the GILAS program moving forward.
All right. Well, thank you for your love for country.
Thank you.
And hope to see you in the future teams of the Philippines.
Thank
God
you.
bless.
The best. Oh.
Aaron Black, part of GILAS, going to the Southeast Asian Games. First practice with a more complete team. How did it feel for you today?
Great. I mean, we're very excited. Alam namin we have a big task ahead, bringing back the gold para sa bansa natin. So, for us, it's really just, be focused, be committed to the team and make sure that we come out with all we can do and work hard.
Yeah, so sabi nga ni Sunny Barrios, 100% commitment,
Yes,
heart.
yes.
No question about the skill and the talent now. How badly do you think the team wants to win back the gold medal?
Very badly. I mean, talking to the other guys, alam namin na masama pakiramdam nila last year. Last year, losing the last
Yeah.
time they played, losing, and para sa amin, it's really a big deal to bring back that gold for our country, bring back that honor for our country.
Right. And now playing with other members of the PBA team and a different combination with the system, how are you liking that?
It's great. I can learn from these guys, especially the older guys, guys that I've looked up to growing up. Yung mga iba dito kasi,
Yeah.
when I got to the PBA, I really looked up to these guys. I've been watching them since I was in high school, grade school, so being teammates with them is a big deal for me. I want to learn as much as I can from them and the coaches and really make the most of this experience.
And from Coach Chot and Tim Cohn, what are you learning the most from them?
I think everything, just a dribble drive offense, understanding spacing, and now Coach Tim had that speech today about defense and the
Yeah.
fundamentals. So really just all these things I'm trying to soak in and make sure that I learn as much as I can.
All right. Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Now we've got the man who's behind the success of Chris Newsome, none other than his father, Eric Newsome. He's the #1 supporter for GILAS. He's over here at the GILAS practice at Morocco Gym. And Eric, what can you say about this GILAS team that's being formed for the Southeast Asian Games? It's a brand new team. The guys who are going to be playing in Cambodia will not have played in the last SEA Games in Hanoi.
Well, I can say with my son being one of the players, it's going to be exceptional. It should turn out to be a good competition. I believe that they should bring home the gold on this one. So I'm looking forward to watching them play. Unfortunately, I can't go to Cambodia, but I will be watching them with heart and soul on TV as they play over in Cambodia.
Well, Eric, tell us about your own personal journey. And I know that you were in the military. And did you meet your Filipino wife in the Philippines, in the U.S.? What? How did Chris Newsome come about?
Oh, okay. I was in the Navy for like 15 years. Never been to the Philippines. I always traveled to South America, Europe, all the other places besides the Philippines. But I met my wife in the Bay Area in San Jose. And from there we had four kids. Chris happened to go to a college there, and the coach said that by him being half Filipino, he could come out and play in the Philippines. So we both were excited. So we ended up coming out here, and he latched on with Ateneo, played 5 years with them, and the whole journey I've been right there because through their life and their career, I coached them and I was there every step of the way. I taught them track and field, I taught them soccer, baseball, any sport you can name. All four of my kids were involved in it. So they spent a lot of time in the sports arena doing different things in there. And I traveled with them to Texas, California, wherever they had to go. So when it was about going to the Philippines, it was like, God, that's the other side of the world, Chris. How am I going to do that? So it turned out that I worked for Intel for 15 years, and then I had my pet store for 12 years.
And it was a pet store, Intel, and then going to a pet store. How was that transition? And when you say pet, what kind of pets?
Pet store, full line pet store. I have puppies, kittens, snakes, salt, freshwater fish, hamsters, gerbils, you name it. I was selling everything, just a regular full line pet store.
Okay, this is a man with a military background. Okay, mind you, this is a man with a military background. Okay, more about your pet store.
Okay, and with the military, I was a gunner's mate, so I was with weapons. I dealt with a lot of weapons in the military, and then to turn around and go to Intel, which was all high tech, you know,
robotics
and stuff like that. I did all of that for like 15 years, and then because of my childhood dream was to own a pet store. I must say though that this is God's plan. This was all God's plan, not mine, but God's plan. Because even though I was involved in the church for 20 plus years.
As a deacon?
As a deacon. Okay. I knew that God was opening, closing these doors, and you know, these challenges and things that He put before me this was my life and my career, and this is what He wanted me to do. So it turned out that we came out here to the Philippines after the pet store. 12 years of holding and having that business. It was time for me to shut the doors and come out here with Chris, because I followed him, and I have a daughter out here as well, Melissa, who plays basketball also. So
and she plays for what team?
She played for Ateneo, but now she went pro, and she picks up on teams here and there, you know, when they're seasonal teams.
In the Philippines?
In the Philippines. Okay. So whenever she gets called up, she'll play for a team that's out here in the Philippines.
Now, we know that you're from Philadelphia. We also know that aside from being the feeder of Chris Newsome's fuel, you're also feeding the stomachs of a lot of guys in the GILAS team. You've got this specialty Philly cheesesteak that you're selling.
Yes.
Can you tell us about this Philly cheesesteak, and where do we taste this?
Okay. Well, it was about a year ago. I was looking for the right combination to put together a Philly cheesesteak because I had missed my cheesesteaks coming out of Philly. So I found the right combination, and one day I brought it here for Chris in one of the imports. And they was like amazed, but they were saying 500 pesos. And then once they took a bite out of that thing, they was like, oh yes, it's worth 500 plus. So from there, I started making more and more for a lot of the PBA players. And now it's just taken off, and the coaches, almost like 5 out of the 12 teams are buying cheesesteaks for me. They call me up and they would get delivered by Grab, La Move, whatever they want. And I do have a domain. I have a number that you can call. You can do GCash, or I can deliver if it's local or somewhere near.
Sounds good. Now we've got some pictures of Philly cheesesteak that we're gonna flash on your screens, and maybe you can tell us exactly what number to call when they want to order. And guys, this must be super delicious, and I can't wait to get my hands on a Philly cheesesteak. That's for sure.
Okay, it's called Philly Phil cheesesteaks, and here it talks about how I was born in Philly. I live in Manila, and you can get the cheesesteak. It's 180 grams of pure beef. No fat is involved here. We pull out all the fat, and you can get it half for 300. You can get it whole for 500 pesos at this time. And there, how to order. You can order GCash. You can call the number. The number is 0999-749-7685. You can call that number and place your order, and it will be ready to go within a short period of time.
Sounds good. And guys, when the Philippines brings back that gold medal from Cambodia, you'll know the one big reason was they've been eating Philly cheesesteaks from Newsome.
And the hoagies as well. So we call these hoagies, but they're actually sub sandwiches, Subway sandwiches. But in Philadelphia or Philly, we call them hoagies. So if you do not know what a hoagie was, you do now know. That's a hoagie.
All right, Eric Newsome, thanks a lot for coming on to our show, Playitright TV. Well, Diane, that was a nice sequence of interviews we had.
For sure.
We talked to Coach Chot, we talked to the players. Everybody's so excited to retain or regain that gold from the Southeast Asian Games.
Yeah, kahit medyo konti yung time natin to prepare, you can see the desire, the determination, and the commitment of each member of our GILAS team trying to regain the gold in the Southeast Asian Games. So, let's go, guys.
We've got a surprise for you because in our next episode, we're going to feature even more interviews from this GILAS practice. Part 2 of GILAS Pilipinas going to Cambodia Southeast Asian Games. We'll see you